Hi! So I want to talk to you today about posting on social media. I was going through watching a bunch of training videos and stuff on it and found some really good information. I never want to stop learning, so I'm always hungry for learning more, knowing how I can do the business side of it better, how I can reach out intentionally and relationally to other people, and I want to share that with you today because there's a lot of information out there, but I want to condense it down and make sure that it's up to date because some of the stuff has changed with Facebook algorithms changing. So, posting on social media. One thing that is super helpful in being relational and intentional is making sure that you are in a majority of your Plexus posts. So if you're talking about some of the more scientific side of Plexus and why it works, sometimes those graphics really work well, and I've used them, and they do because they help people understand how the body works and stuff like that. But if you are going to pour your heart out into a post about what you've been going through, be like real and raw and vulnerable, you want to put a picture of you, because sometimes people are just going to scroll right past those graphics because they've seen them before, or they're not that interested in the like more sciencey side of Plexus. But when you post a picture of yourself, whether it be with your child or sitting outside, or maybe you have your pink drink, or maybe it's you reading a book or soaking up some sunshine, like whatever. As long as it's a picture of you, people want to see you, and that is the biggest thing. That's how your posts and your engagement on Facebook and Instagram is going to be distinguished between salesy and relational. So there's always a good mix. You want balance, but make sure that you are engaging with people as you. People want to see your face, and that's what you want them. That's what you want them to see. You want them to see who you are, what you're going through, what you're feeling, the real hard stuff of life too. So making sure that you're reaching out that way. Another thing with making sure that people are seeing your posts is the engagement on there. So with how Facebook and Instagram algorithms work is the more people engage and there's conversations going back and forth, Facebook is all about relationships, and so they want to see that and they want to make sure that's being built. So if you're trying to work your business and really helping to educate people, because that's what posting is about. It's something, when you're posting on Facebook, I'm in a bunny trail here. When you're posting on Facebook about Plexus, you are sharing about something that you are passionate about. It's about your everyday life. I don't want you talking about Plexus as if it's like, okay, so I'm doing this and I want you to join me because it's really good. There's no heart behind that. But if you really believe in these projects, if you've just seen the testimonies, if you're seeing this in yourself, you want to share that in a way that people are seeing and having a peek at your everyday life and something that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about healthcare, if you're passionate about taking care of your body, staying active, being fit, making sure that you're eating right, if you're passionate about helping your family with finances and stuff, make that a part of your post. So you want people to see that consistently every day, so they know, like, wow, this is a part of her life, like this is a big deal. And then two, you're educating people. So one reason why I didn't start for so long is because I wasn't educated. I didn't care to be educated. I didn't want to know why this actually worked. And once I started really reading these posts and oh, that's what Plexus is. It's not a weight loss company. It's a balance company. It's all about body balance. Once I started reading these posts and educating myself, then I was like, I want that. I need that. I think I know people who also need that. And so keeping that in mind, your posts are going to be educating and going to be inspiring. So that's why you want, going back to the algorithm part and the engagement, that's why you want the engagement, so that people will see these posts, that people will see a part of your life, that they will be educated on what Plexus is and how it can help them and how affordable it can be. And like the whole finance and business side of it, if maybe they're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe they want to be a stay-at-home mom and they need that extra income, like talk about that, because people aren't going to know how to do this, or that Plexus even helps with that, if you're not sharing that and being intentional about that. And so you want people to see your posts, and so to have that done is having content that people can engage in, so asking questions. A lot of Plexus teams have kind of like a support group. We have one that's called the Post Bumpers group, and going in there and asking people to comment on your page is not being needy and not being greedy and not being like helpless. Like that's what we want to do. We want to be there and commenting on your stuff, because once you get 3 or more comments, then the algorithm's gonna pick it up and be like, okay, there's people engaging on this. This must be really interesting. We're gonna put this on the top of people's feeds. People refresh their Facebook feed, I think it's like 12 to 15 times a day. So you want your posts to be showing up. So each time somebody comments on there, it's going to show back up, because it's going to be like, oh yeah, this is still, like, people are still engaging it. It must be interesting. Comment back on those comments that people put on there. Like, reply to them. Even if it's the Plexus people that are commenting on your stuff, reply to them. Thank them for taking the time to comment on your post. And that helps the algorithm keep working. Same with Instagram. It's gone. If you're posting on Instagram and you go back like an hour later and there's maybe 10, 15 maybe likes on there, then it wasn't a good time of the day to post it, because Instagram really works with the time of day that people are like active on Instagram. So you can archive that post and then repost it at a good time. And figuring out when that is you kind of just have to play with it. You can set your Instagram account to business. You don't have to pay for it. And I'm trying to remember how I did that. It's you just follow the prompts. You really do. I think it's in like your account and like the settings and stuff. So you just follow the prompts. But when doing that, with like a week of having it set to business, you can see what your what your interactions and stuff are on Instagram. So you can see when the most like high traffic times on Instagram are. So you can do that. For me, I think it's like 7 to 8 and like noon, a little bit at 3, and then after 8 usually. And then certain days are busier than others too. So figuring that out so that people can actually see your posts and engage on them and learn about them is definitely helpful for both for you in learning how to work the business and how to make sure that you're staying relational and not just breezing over that part of it and just trying to get the numbers, because you want to build relationships. That is, I cannot stress that enough. That is what Plexus is about. Without that, we can't do anything. I mean, that's the biggest part. It's building relationships so people are going to trust you, and then following up with those relationships so people can see that you're invested in them even after they buy the products. You want to keep following up with them and make sure that they're doing okay, and make sure that you're following up with them so that they're staying consistent, and make sure that they're happy with the routine that they're on and all of that. So relationships are key to so many things, especially with posting. Anyway, I think that was most of the information that I had. I hope that was helpful. And if you are like, yeah, that was helpful and I kind of want more information, let me know. And I can send you more of that information and videos and stuff that I got all this from anyways. Okay, y'all have a great rest of your day. And make sure that you're being intentional.